Hey everyone, it's Kuramiki. I'm here with a new little special video. I'm gonna be doing a reading of a little shitpost fanfic, called, I believe, Catgirl Plays Magic, Magic the Gathering light novel by Mythos Wolf. They posted this to r/magic the circle jerking, and I figured that I had to cover it. Also shout out to Sliggroovin, our music producer. They're the ones that are making all these wonderful tracks you'll be hearing in the background. And lastly, if you want to join our server and come hang out, feel free to come join us. Link will be in the description. Prologue. Yeah, Violet is bored. Violet fluffed and rolled about in bed. Many years had passed since her adoption, and though her master was kind and rough in bed, he was still a busy man. A man who would take from the seat of a simple paper-pushy administrator to the head of the whole company. Little time would be dedicated to the tending in company of Violet. However, at least she had the internet. Dogs, cats, memes, existential crisis. Why is the internet so repetitive? Though, even strolling through the daily feed was a lackluster ordeal, still. Yeah? Then an odd advertisement. Make new friends, it would read. Check out Wholesome Games at Fluffer's Plaza, Tails Avenue. It was a new advertisement for a board game shop. Violet looked over to the corner of her room. Old, worn board games that she had used to play with her master, that had now been collecting just for years on end. She missed those times, the smiles, the anger, the backstabbing, the friendship. But more than anything, the company. Oh, maybe Violet can play in there too? Apparently people could also join the shop there for game nights and play with strangers, rather than just waiting around at home, she supposed. Then she heard the door for her home open. Master! She sprinted to the door, hugged her master, and had some head pats. Say, master, Violet saw advertisement for a board game shop. Can she go? Fancy?
Of course, my darling pet,
Said her master, ruffling her hair.
Here, you have a budget to buy whatever you'd like.
And just like that, she was given a hefty stack of bills for her to buy out the shop. Thank you. Chapter 1. Yeah, it's so big. Violet had gone to the shop, but she would have not realized until now how large it was. It had several tables full of people and board games left and right on the walls. Some that she had never seen before. Maybe she made a mistake coming here. Hey there, someone called Violet. She was a dog girl. I am Amber. Are you going to be playing here too? She took Violet by the hand. No, Violet was just... And she was dragged in and made to take a seat. Today we are playing Magic the Gathering. Sure, have some packs. Have you played before ever? Oh, it is okay. I can teach you. I can. Half a dozen card packs came to slide to Violet's side of the table. I'm not sure if I should be... So let's open a few of your packs. So this icon right here is the mana cost, and to pay it, you'll need to play some lands first. Oh, and these are a lot of different card colors, and wow, you got a Miri. Great pull. She's an Echo girl, just like you. And she makes for a great Selesnya commander. Violet understood half of the words of that. What? An Echo, she said, holding the card and peering into the artwork. In a light, she could see part of herself in it. So, how do you play an Echo? Easy. All you need to do is... And so she went explaining the rules of the game. Chapter 2. And Violet plays a land for turn, casts Swords to Plowshares, targeting your Birds of Paradise, then passes the turn. Violet had gone on a full sequence that represents several stages of magic. The land, resources, the swords, the removal, the bird, the accelerator of the game. With this play in turn 1, she had managed to unmake the game plan that her opponent was making and successfully went ahead with her own plan to stabilize the board until she could make her own heavy plays. Wow, you really got this down to the point, Violet. Amazing, amazing, Amber was saying. You are really good at this. Violet is a very smart cat. Violet puffed her chest out in pride while the rest of the table nodded in acceptance. Say, Violet, would you like to keep playing with us? Violet can, said the Neko. Is it alright? Yes, we would love to have you on our table. Violet smiled. Having someone to share the passions of the night and the affections of love was one thing, but to have a friend was a whole nother need entirely. Of course, said Violet. She accepts your invitation. For real? That's great. Thank you, Violet. Amber clasped Violet's hands. We love playing Commander. So just make sure you bring your deck back, alright? We can have some upgrades too. Upgrades? Yes, see, Amber brought out a large binder of cards from the shelf. In Magic, you can buy single cards to improve your deck. See, like the Soul Ring. You pay 1 mana of any color for an artifact that creates 2 colorless mana. It is a great staple in Commander. And on the cheap, too. This, with Arcane Signet, goes great, and... What's this one? Violet pointed to a flashy card that had a foil styling. Oh, that's Mana Crypt, said Amber. It costs 0 mana and gives you 2 mana per turn, but costs a bit of life through the game. Wow, said Violet. It sounds super strong. It is, but... She pointed at the price tag. It was £200. This is the foil collectible version, so it is a bit more expensive. Don't you worry about that, though. Our gaming table is more casual, so we don't play cards like that. Oh, and... So they went, picking out cards for Violet's deck. But as things went on, people from the table started to leave to their homes until only Amber and Violet were left in the shop alongside the staff. I have to go home now, said Amber. Are you still going to be picking out cards? Yeah. Yes, Violet will, said the Neko. Alright, just don't overdo it, okay? She will, said Violet, taking out some new cards from the binder. Then after Amber was gone, Violet eyed the Mana Crypt again. £200. She took it from the binder and brought it to her tab. Chapter 3. Alright, Amber said, calling out for the players on her table. 4 players, including her, Violet, and 2 other players. Everyone ready with their decks? The table nodded in unison. I am playing Yargle and Multani. I am playing Joven. Some of the players went. They want meme cards, more for fun and laughs than anything else. Alright, said Amber. I'm going to be playing a pre-constructed today because we have a new player here. It is Violet, everyone. Everyone, welcome our new friend. Hi, Violet, the rest of the table went. Where are you playing? Violet is playing Miri, Weatherlight Duelist, said Violet, sitting down. The table came in awe. I saw Violet opening Miri in her first pack, said Amber. It must have been fate, ha ha ha. Well, let's begin. They rolled dice to settle on the turns. It went from Amber to her left, and the last player to go would be Violet. I play a land for turning pass, said Amber. I play a tap land, said the next. It was one that made mana of 2 types, but it could not be used the turn it entered. I play a forest, then cast Landwar Elves and pass, said the one playing Yargle. That was a solid start. Then came Violet's turn. Violet plays Windswept Heath, fetches for Temple Garden, plays Soul Ring, taps it for 2 mana, plays Arcane Signet, and then plays... Violet looked up at the card in her hand. There was no going back from this, she thought. Mana Crypt! A silence hit the table. Fetch land, Shogland, Mana Crypt. Violet, said Amber, how much did you spend on your deck? Yeah, about £22,000. The rest of the players had spent about 50, 60, maybe 100 tops. That Mana Crypt was worth more than some of these decks combined. Violet passes the turn, said the Neko. I'd play a land then pass. Soon it came to Violet's turn as well. Violet plays her commander, Miri, enchants her with Rancor. In the span of a few rounds, Violet had massacred the table in sheer, utter violence. And yet, she was the only one smiling. Naturally, she won. Nya nya nya! She laughed, puffing out her chest in pride. Violet wins! How was that? You did great, said Amber, forcing out a smile. You have a really, really strong deck. The other players, though, picked up their things and left without a word. Yeah, they must be busy, Nya, Violet said. Violet, said Amber, do you think you could tone your deck down a bit? It is really out of the power level of the table. What? Said Violet. Why? I spent a lot of time making it. Well, that is alright, but, said Amber, you were the only one having fun. Please bring something more calm next time, alright? Until next time. Amber waved as she went home as well. Chapter 4. Why? Violet cried in her pillow. She did her best. She tried to fit in. Then why? A knock came to the door.
Violet, are you alright?
Asked her master. Master, I am alone. Her master came into the room. He sat down on the side of her bed, heading away at her head.
What's wrong, Violet? Did something happen with your friends?
They're angry, she said. They lost the game and got angry. But why would they get so upset over a game? Everyone wants a strong deck, but when Violet has one, they don't like it. Violet doesn't get it. Her master glanced over the cards scattered about in the room. They looked rather expensive, too.
That game.
He said.
That's a card game, isn't it? Did you play a very strong deck?
She did, yeah.
Maybe it was too strong for them? What were the other people playing?
Bad decks, she said. They didn't even have mana crypt.
Well, how about you play a bad deck too? Maybe something their level?
Why would Violet do that? Said the Neko. She wants to play a strong deck.
Do you want to play a strong deck?
Said her master.
Or do you want to have fun?
Have fun.
Okay, then try something their level. Tweak a few things only, but let everyone have their fun too.
Okay, yeah, she will see what she can do after some heck pats. Chapter 5. Next week, Violet returned to call some games. She saw Amber, and the other players catch a glimpse of her nearly in fright. Shopkeep? Said Violet. Can Violet buy a pre-con deck? A pre-constructed deck. One was a team, typically cohesive and playable right outside the box. Sure, the shop sold an angel deck to Violet. The Neko came to the table, sat down, and showed her deck. Hey guys, Violet apologizes for last week. She got too excited. She hopes that you would let her play again. She has this new pre-con deck she wants to try out, so... Violet! Amber smiled and hugged her. Glad to see you could come. Come, let's play. Everyone, let's get ready. Now so the dice. Violet started first. I play my land for turn and pass, said Violet. A simple, basic play. I play land, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and pass, said the next player. A great start, but one common with decks of any kind. Those were some cheap, strong cards that went around in every deck. Jeweled Lotus, said the next. I play my commander and pass. Eh? Violet's ears perked up. That was a 50-pound card. She looked towards Amber in confusion. Amber smiled. Mana Crypt, said Amber, playing the super collectible Kaladesh version of the card. It is time for payback, you dirty, naughty cat. You. That day, Violet learned the meaning of violence, of revenge, of getting ganged up upon by angry players going out for blood. But at least it was with a smile, a laugh, in a way that she had coming. And in the end of the day, she came out with friends. Thank you, everyone. And so there were smiles. The end.